I can't. I just can't do this with a straight face. It's unreal. First of all, I want to thank my buddy Lars for sending this to me. Anton Gerashenko, who's with the Ministry of the Interior here in Ukraine, published this on his Telegram. If you don't read Russian, what that is, are the instructions for Russian tourists headed to Crimea. Are you out of your minds? But this is important. It's important that while the season is still there, the Black Sea is still warm, right? It's particularly warm. It's warmer than usual because it's been so badly desalinated by the Novokakhovka terrorist explosion. It's so desalinated that if you're fishing from shore along the Crimean Peninsula, you're more likely to catch a river fish, a freshwater fish, than you are to catch a seagoing saltwater fish. The water's too desalinated from the volume, the sheer volume of fresh water that came in when the Novokakhovka Dam was blown. It's an a man-made environmental catastrophe, the likes of which we have never seen. But that aside for a second, let's take a look at the English translation, shall we? So you can see this is Anton Gerashenko, saying that this was reported in Russian media, right? It tells them where to cross. They're supposed to cross through the Zhankoi to Melitopol passage from Crimea. Refuel right, because they can't take the Kerch Bridge home anymore. If they were Russian and they came into Crimea through the Kerch Bridge is basically out now. And so they have to take this other road about 500 kilometers out of the way to get home. And so these are the instructions to get home safely for all those tourists through the special military operation zone. So you need the border crossing going through Zhankoi to Melitopol from Crimea, as that is the only bridge that's still up. There you refuel your car, withdraw your cash, buy plenty of drinking water. Remember that you are entering regions where there are hostilities and martial law has been imposed. Do not stop in unequipped places. Stop at gas stations and in town. Gas stations are located every 50 to 100 kilometers, and many of them accept credit cards. There's some suggestion there. Don't be rude to the checkpoint guards. Don't be rude. They might just confiscate your car because they might need a car. They might just take your passport and hand you a gun and send you to the front if you're a man of military age. I mean, it's unreal. But it gets better. In Melitopol, in the city center, you can have a delicious lunch and withdraw money. Have you seen pictures of Melitopol or Mariupol? These cities have been laid waste by the Russians. They are shattered. They barely exist anymore. But you can stop for a nice lunch and you can see the destruction that your tax dollars have funded against your neighbors and so-called brothers. Outrageous. Your way lies through Melitopol, bypassing Berdyansk, then Mariupol and Taganrog. It is 400 kilometers, a 5 to 6 hour drive. That's some bullshit right there. The traffic is backed up on this highway everywhere you go. This is a 12, 16-hour drive. Download offline maps in case the connection is lost. There's lots of areas with no internet out there. Pass military and vehicles with V's and Z symbols. Do not drive at night. Insurance policies are not valid there. So you cross the Kerch Bridge, which we told you was safe, to get to your vacation house in Crimea, which, by the way, was stolen from Ukrainians, and you bought through a friend of yours in the United Russia Party for pennies on the dollar, this stolen house. Now you can't get home that way. So you're going to have to drive through some place where if you get run over by a Russian tank, you've got no recourse. Hysterical. This is my favorite part. Be polite and calm. Everything is fine. Everything is going according to plan. All right. Sorry. Get this. It actually says this. Get this. This is what the Russian government wants you to believe. Everything is built on mutual respect and patience in the special military operation. Mutual respect and patience. If the fucking Russians had mutual respect and patience, we wouldn't be in this situation right now. Give me a break. These fucking idiots. Can you believe this shit?